G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills. Today we've got some more of these to get on with. Same as sort of last video. Corrections. So some of these, or all of these are 100 a carat. They're all different sizes. And now obviously the largest, second largest, third largest. So this one's the smallest and it's $100 a carat. This has also been priced $100 a carat. Both have nice color. Obviously the size difference has changed factors on the final price, but I honestly believe this one's actually probably worth the most out the lot. Not only by carat price, but it's going to actually end up outdoing them. As a milky sort of a crystal. This is just crystal. This one again may be big, may have some really nice color through the middle, but I think it's outdone by this one. I'll explain that in a sec. Put one down. So I've noticed on this one, I'll just zoom in, the pattern. And I may be wrong, but not just the pattern of the whole overall pattern as far as the blotches of color, but for this one, it kind of has a, and correct me if I'm wrong, if no one else sees this, it's a bit hard on some angles, but kind of an exterior star pattern coming out from right there. So it radiates up there, out there, down here, that way, that way. Not sure if we can, if you're all seeing what I'm seeing. I might be making this up as I go, but it's, where did it go? Kind of there. A second ago. Yeah. Anyway, I'm playing around, but it does seem like there's a bit of a nucleus thing happening here. And you can see these radiating out, as well as all the other patterns as a bit of a color and color stone this is. Anyway, I found that interesting. Not sure if that's going to super increase the value so much or not, because it's really certain angles only you can make it out, I suppose. All from this area. Anyway, playing around too long here, Phil. So that aside, nonetheless, it's got some really nice color through it. Unfortunately, and this is what I should go through just to keep these sort of short, I won't go through the cutting. We'll just have a look at the before and after issues. So this one, with that as a face, that would be quite a reasonable face too, but I kind of like that face. We'll have to get this bit of sand out the bottom. Again, with the shape, you've got a pointed end, bit of a snub nose end, and no real edge. It's all rounded all the way around. So there's not much definition, so the bottom where it's going to sit in the setting, and then as the claws or the bezel comes up and around it, focus, up and around it, it's just going to be all over the place. Plus, there's that shape. It's a bit of a point up here, a bit of a bulge out here. So I reckon we could tidy that up at just a touch and get that right into shape, ready to set. And I'm pretty sure that'll increase this one's value quite a bit too. So these other ones, I've had a good look, so I'm pretty sure we could look at something like a really nice shape to go with it. Actually, this one might even just sneak that shape in, get a bigger oval. Might put that template over that one. And for this one, it's this template here. And we should get a really nice shape out of that without minimal loss. Just bring it into shape again with these. They've gone for the sort of partially domed back, but it's kind of a boat. Again, pointy end, snubbier end. And might even try and get that sand out the bottom, see what we can do. So yeah, just getting these into a more pleasing shape adds to the appeal, adds to the sellability, adds to the price. See there again, bit of a more bulky end here, and a pointed end here. And there's a bit of a waviness to the way this base is seated. So if that was sit in a setting, it would sort of rock unevenly all over the place, and you'd try and pin it down all over it just makes things hard. And again, yeah, we'll get some nice sides on it. So I'll get on with this, put some stages as I go through it, drawing the template on, and come back when they're cut. Okay, just to quickly show you, this is a rough guide for me. We'll get that out of that. Gorgeous. And at least that out of that. All right, all finished. So here we have well balanced stone, very nice, neat and polished back, and a very straight setting edge up the top, and a beautiful oval shape. Still retaining most of the stone. We'll have to weigh these in a minute. Fingerprints on them. Second one. It's another nice oval shape now. And again, balanced evenly. Finished backs. Still got that spot of sand in the bottom. It crept up a bit high. I didn't want to chase it too much. Keep the stones structure. And it won't be seen anyway. So that's that one. And this one that had a bit of a high top and a bulge out one side is now a beautiful oval. It still has that pattern in it. You sort of see it there, where it radiates out. And there, down here, out here, out there. Exterior, almost, or partially. It's a pretty interesting little stone. And again, evenly cut, balanced, ready to set, polished back. Spot of sand was going to say, spot of sand is going to stay because it creeps up a bit high into it and may just thin the stone right out, so that's quite fine there. And that's the money side, this side. So again, I'll do some low lights of this at the end. Stick around, but for now we'll weigh them. Alright, so we started out at 14.9 carat, which would translate to 29.8, 2.98, sorry, in grams. Ooh, See if we can drop it hard enough. Cheat. 13 carats. So that did lose 1.9 carat in the process. And we'll figure out what the change is in a bit. And next up, started out with 11.8 carats, which would translate to 23.6. Or 2.36, sorry. I read this number down here as 21.3, half of that, if you know what I mean. So this would be 10.65 carat from 11.8. So 10.65, we've lost just over a carat. Last but not least, started out with 7.5 carats, which would be 1.5 grams. 5 carats per gram for those playing at home. So 1.37 we've lost. So that's 6.8. So we've lost 0.7, just under 0.7. So that's not too bad. Under 0.7 of a carat. So it's lost under $100, say $70. And I'll find out before I just start guessing just what we've done here. G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills. Today we've got a couple of pieces of rough. Awesome. I shall find out what field they're from and insert that now. So these belong to the same person as the last couple of videos I've been doing the correcting the stones on, and these are two pieces they haven't cut yet, and we're going to see what we can do with them. Shed's heating up, it's getting a bit cracky in here, crackly. Hopefully not cracky. So what we've got here is what it seems to be a bar, starts just inside a white skin, and it's pretty solid all the way through, as you can tell. It keeps going all the way around and doesn't quite come to this end. So if from there to there comes off, that's okay. There's a really nice stone in here. We just have to figure out which way we want to face it up, either this way or this way. Some really nice colour that way, but I'm not sure if that's actually better than that. So we'll take it down and find out. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. It's got a bar running through up to here. It gets quite thick down this end. But up here, it seems that there's 1, 2, 3 splits of that bar, and I'm not sure how much potch is between them. They might be stacked pretty close together. But if I go to put a dome over that, you'll get colour, potch, colour, potch, colour. Colour, colour. So we've got to figure out which way to orientate this stone, and then attack it. Now it's got a really nice bit of colour on the bottom here. If we can get a stone out of that too, this is going to get more than likely sliced. It's got plenty enough to get a couple of stones, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so there you go. Even if it was that thick and we just took off around there. We'll see if that clears up. So we'll go get that first. It's got some really nice blocky pattern in there too. Can't quite see it. Let's get a bit of water on it. There we go. Yeah, the flagstone. Bit of pinfire, bit of everything. But whether that goes deep enough to clear up from all this surface issue, we'll find out. I reckon it might be. And so yeah, this one as well. Beautiful colour all the way through it. There's no split bars, it's just solid colour. I've just got to figure out how much of it. Got a really nice stone in there. So we're going to head over and get onto the wheel. I might touch that up and see if it's worth salvaging or not. It's a nice little bit of colour on the top there, but I think it's a wisp coming up this way. It's just potch underneath it. If I was to cut that by the time I cut it, slice it and cut it, yeah, we'll see. So we'll go over to the wheel. Alright, so we're going to start with this one. I can see it being the most tricky. We're going to clean up this surface, and a bit of this. This is like a bit of a white, almost like the Lightning Ridge stuff where you get that white porcelain cap. It's obviously not, it's sort of a white potch. It's nonetheless similar sort of skin. We're on 240 grit because I don't want to be too aggressive with this yet. Yep. going everywhere there. Stack of bars. Make a very nice stone. Survives. You've just got to go for it. It'll either do something or it won't, and you move on. I'm just looking at all these little pit marks here, and yeah, just those two at the moment. Just try to work it on that little part of the face. Beautiful. Look at that. I might have to get onto the saw, eh? Let's just tidy this side up a bit. See what I mean by the time we get this out? The angle that bar's on, yeah, it's gone. So I think we just grind that off, hold our breath and go. Whoa. There's a little stack of bars on there. Waste not, want not. We're going to the trim saw. Takes a couple of slices. So I'll do that in a bit. We'll get onto this one actually. Let's have a look underneath the skin. Just want to see how far around here it starts coming into colour. Apparently so far. Right there. I've got a thought. I'm just going to come back in a sec. Alright, so it's been decided. We're going to take this stone off the top, bottom. I'm going to take that one off the bottom top. And we're going to take the center middle and make a stone out of that too. And this one, we're going to go for a split pair. So we're going to sneak a blade, about as thick as that pen line, if that, through there. And hopefully this turns the colour all under there and it doesn't just go around the outside edge and big white kernel in the centre. So I'll come back after slicing these. Oh, well, that couldn't go any better. So we're going to get a little stone off the top there, just to salvage it. Hopefully it cuts. Just a little accent stone, saves wasting it. And that's what was just under it. And so we've got this one here, I've marked out, roughly that size. Perfect split. Not much at all left on there, leaving this just enough thickness for a stone. And then that beautiful pattern sitting right under there. So it's roughly the safe shape I'm going to go for. And we'll see what it does this side up as well. Might even be double-sided, we'll see what happens. And this one. So as you can see, like I said, blade is really not much thicker than that pen line, if at all. In fact, it's probably just a touch left on there still. Look at that. So inside, gorgeous split pair. Hard to see it in the camera. Very pastel-y sorts of colour. Slightly directional there. Hopefully with a little bit of a rollover we'll get some of that player colour to come over the top. But due to that I had to bring that in and keep them sort of matching. There we go. So we'll see how these cut. And, well, I'll start trimming these up and we'll see how they cut. I realise why they weren't showing up properly. Someone didn't put the light on the camera. Anyway. Thinking what I'm thinking? Nice big rectangle there. It's in there somewhere. So here I find the lowest point seems to be this corner. I have to bring everything down to that. Too bad lining it up with the squares on my camera on the screen. It's just, yeah, I think I need to bring that in more or down a touch more. Probably down a touch more, because everything has to be brought down to the low points. So I'll leave that one like that for a moment. Oh, look one. No, it's... Yeah. Here's the results. Our little one. Some of the colour did disappear down this end. But there's a little salvage. Here's the piece that was on the bottom. It's got some really nice colour. It's not full flood all the time. It does show from every angle, but you get the blocks down this end, and you get some pin fire underneath. And I was actually surprised that cleared up. It does have a bit of an issue, as you can tell, but still, there we go. And here's, oh, we'll go to this one. So this was the middle of that, those two, first two. There's a really nice big chunk. I thought, yep, nice rectangle cushion. I think this would be really nice as a ring stone, to be honest, or a pendant. And so these two were the split pair. They're sliced in half. It's very pastel-y sort of colour, some nice flashes in amongst it. That make a nice pair of earrings. Oops. As you can see, it faces this way, it faces that way, pretty much the same. So if that was to have stayed a whole stone, I'm not sure if the colour would have been any better than what it is, but at least we've now got a pair. And I'm going to chuck these on the scales and just see what we've got here. Okay, so start with the little one. 1 carat. Bottom slice. 6.7 carats. A rectangle. It's 8.5. Oops, don't drop it. 8.5 carats. And our pair. It's 155. 154. Pretty close. That's not too bad. So there we go. That'll be 7.55. Or 7.25. 7.525. So yeah, I'll include a low light at the end of this. But for now, that's the end of this one. So next project, a couple of gold rings coming up, and a silver ring, and a matrix parcel, and treating, more cutting. Yeah, lots to come. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers. Who's a baby? A little blue tongue. Hey, gorgeous. I'm glad it was you and not something brown and long and legless. Back to work.